you're Samir, right?
Yes, you're Apryl Miller.
Yes,
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me in your home.
Yes.
We're at 188 East 76th Street, 29th floor. It's currently listed for $8.75 million. It's over 4,000 square feet. You guys don't know what you're in for. This is one of the craziest homes we've ever seen. You can even just see from the floors in here that it's awesome. And let's go. Tell us about the floors.
Alright. Well, these are like in the style of Jackson Pollock with his drip paintings that he did. And you can see some of the paint shapes are larger and some are smaller. And so that just gives the floor a different look rather than have it be all big or all small.
And you'll notice everything in this home is, I think everything in this home, it's like unique and different and colorful and fun. So let's keep going.
Yeah, okay.
This is a foyer.
Yes,
Foyer. So here we are in the living room, and you did all the art, all the furniture and everything.
Well,
almost all.
Yes, these pieces are actually sculptures, and they're called sculpture masquerading as furniture. That's what they are. And so you can sit on them, but they all have a different name, they have a title. They're put together in a particular way using all vintage fabrics. There's a whole story about each one of the pieces. And these are most definitely my sculptures on works of art, yeah. Probably most things in the house are custom-made objects, yeah, for the most part.
So we're not really in a home, we're in a museum. We're in an art museum.
Well, in a sense, we're in an art museum, yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
Should we go check the TV room?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
keep going. TV room, fridge in the TV room?
Yeah, because we have a whole bar here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Unobstructed views from every single room in the apartment.
And like a lot of windows, like
yes,
good windows.
Yes, every room has at least one window in it in the apartment.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you don't need curtains or anything.
No, because who's going to look at you?
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Okay.
To the dining room over there?
Yes.
So this dining room, you all should know, there used to be, it was the chair museum because there's like this like chair mountain.
It was whole chairs, pieces of chairs, and it had a text that went with it as well because oftentimes the text goes with my artwork, and so one went with this too. And I loved it in here, I loved it, but the real estate people said it was too odd, so we had to.
I like that they think that would, like a dining table would make the house more regular.
Yeah, I know, it's funny.
How does it feel to eat on the dining table?
Well, I'm still eating in the kitchen.
Still eating in the kitchen. Not eating
Where
in the
it's like homey and stuff. So I don't really care, but.
You're used to it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like now, is the different chairs still.
Oh, and you also painted the walls?
This is a Venetian plaster treatment, yeah. And come to think of it, also see we took away, there was a big box here where the cement is. And so again, we put a hole in it, what's back there?
Yeah.
It's cement, let's rip it out and leave it.
Yeah.
And also the TV room has a couple of areas like that as well. So it's not just the wall, but it goes up into the ceiling. And again, it just adds so much more interest to the space. It's not just all the same.
Yeah,
all the
for
time.
sure.
And again, that idea of asymmetry is something that is dear to my heart. So anytime I can do that, I like that idea a lot. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So the most important thing to me about this room has to do with the carpet. And in thinking about my artwork, teardrops play a big role in the different things that I make. See, when you're standing on these, you're standing on my teardrops. And so I've rendered the idea of tears as being much more personal because we can actually stand on them. And there can be 6 people each standing on one of my tears. And so that was what I was thinking of. I didn't do that in any other room, just this room. There may be teardrop shapes, but this is the room where they're the most concentrated. And that was my mindset because I'm always thinking about how can we, us, the world, make our homes more personal and more expressive. And so that's one of the areas I did that was here in the dining room.
And if you buy this house, you have to keep it as is. Now you can change it if you want to, but please don't. We'll be mad at you.
Yeah. Because my girls were small, they were 3 and 6. And this is a swinging door. So I thought, well, this is for the adults to look through the door, and this is for the kids to see through the door. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
I heard you did something similar with the chairs in the dining table in the kitchen.
Yes,
There'd be a little holes.
yes, the underneath the table.
Yes.
The legs.
Yes, the legs.
Legs of the table.
You made like little spaces and put a lot of their stuff in there.
Yeah, because the table has 3 legs, and each leg has at least one little shelf cut into it. I think one might have 2 shelves. They're very small. And when they went underneath the table, and the table went up for the first time, of course they were instantly on their hands and knees with little stuff that they put on the shelves.
So I love this kitchen. Everything in here is amazing. The cabinets, I think, are probably one of the coolest things in here.
They're covered with auto body paint, so that's why they're glistening.
Okay.
And these are pieces that are part of my iconography as an artist. So it's pearlized paint that makes it glow like it does. All the knobs are mismatched. Like every door, there's no door that has the same 2 knobs. They're different on both sides.
I love the lights in here.
Oh yeah, and see the track lights?
Yeah.
I had them bend those as much as I could bend them until they were almost breaking.
I feel like it all, like the flooring being wavy and ceiling lights and everything.
Yeah.
You had mentioned like it's kind of like a racetrack around the house. And like it adds to
It's
that
so
side. It adds to that element of you want to keep going. You want to.
Yeah.
You want to move. You want to.
Because you are led around by the ceiling and the floor in some places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And this side, I like to view this side. Now you mentioned you have an Empire State Building view, which is amazing. One thing I like to track is BMS, is the butt measurement system. It's like how many butts can you get in your kitchen. Like, so you have a flow, like someone's here, and someone can walk through, and this one's pretty good. It's like my butt's normal, but maybe 3 or 4 inches. So that's a pretty good BMS for your home. Let's keep going.
I've never heard that before. That's so funny.
Yeah, just something we talk about. But I love pocket doors. This is a cool pocket door.
So I'm going to show you this. You can see the colors here on the inside of this door. And then I'm going to pull this out. This is the same color here as the walls, but see, pull this out, and these match up with that. So when we close it, again, it's the idea of surprise, the element of surprise, and also just seeing things that you just wouldn't necessarily see anywhere else, but they're in someone's home, and always kind of like, think of like a pinball machine where you're going, you know, ping, 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 ping. So there's a little part of that in what I put into the house too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here is guest bedroom. The bathroom that belongs to the guest room is very interesting. And the whole thing, all the walls have been painted like it was a painting. And I'm not a painter, but I drew all of the lines and chose the color for each shape. And then I had painters come along behind me and do the painting. And so the whole thing is a painting. And initially, in the corner here, we discovered that there was a window behind the wall in the bathroom. And so once the architect discovered that, then we ripped everything out. And we have a window here now we didn't have before.
That's awesome.
And so in painting it, what I did, there are some places next to the window, and we put a bench in there too, built-in bench. And so you can see the different colors as the light is changing in the corner. So I've got this one color, the light goes further down, another color, another color. So it's just another way of kind of working with nature. And then I had to put tiles along the baseboard, which I hadn't had before, and I had to do that, you know. So even though I didn't redo anything really, it was just fun to do something creative, work with tiles again.
Yeah.
Yeah, was really
No, it
fun.
all works very well.
Yeah.
I would think that the tiles would have been here forever.
Yeah, so they're just brand new.
I love the pole chain down.
Look at the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
I had them, whatever this is called, I had them turn it wrong side out. This was to be facing this, you know, the other side, because this side looked way cooler than the way it was actually meant to be shown.
Different knobs. Noticing different knobs everywhere now. Even on the door, everything's different. If I find a match, I'm gonna be disappointed. But there are no matches.
There are.
There shouldn't be any matches. Here's the laundry room,
Yeah.
and I would say that I love it when a listing shows the laundry room. It's arguably the most important space in a house, and this is a good location, good amenities, a little art up top.
This is one of my installations. This is called Ballerinas in the Snow, and it's a piece about 2 sisters. It was supposed to be a tambour, but it's too large to actually make a real tambour door out of this. So we took dowels and cut them in half, and then, I guess,
Oh, yeah.
nailed them or whatever, and then painted each one individually, okay, which took a long time. So what I think about this is the corner, they have the corner here, and you see we rounded off all the corners in the hallway. So I think that this is like a giant wave that washes you around the corner. Whether you're going this way, whether you're going that way, you're being washed around it. So that's what I'm always thinking about when I come to this place. This is the master.
Oh, the master. That's large.
It's a nice large bedroom for the grown-ups. And one of the other bedrooms has a stage in it for one of the kids. So I wanted the grown-ups to have a stage in their bedroom too. So that's why there's a little
I like this. I'm much taller in here.
No, it's a little tiny stage. This is a piece from one of my daughter's summer theater shows, musical theater shows, that was a prop in one of their plays. You can make anything art, anything, because all you have to do is decree, that's art.
Yeah.
And then it becomes that. It's just really simple.
That's easy.
Yeah.
This is cork or what?
Yeah, that's
It is
it's
cork. Kind of a cork.
it is a cork wallpaper, and it's over like a salmon paint. So what we did was the wallpaper person. I cut these shapes, this lenticular plastic. So I cut them, and then we pulled the wallpaper away and we stuck them in. And then she felt where they were and then cut out the shapes around them so they're actually framed with the wallpaper. And so this was just enough to break up the monotony of what the wallpaper had been like initially. The bathroom is my favorite room in the house. Favorite room. So, here we go.
First thing I noticed that I love is that the toilet is in its own room. The toilets belong in their own room. You'll see like $5 or $10 million house, and they just put the toilet in the master bedroom, the master bath in the middle of the room, and it's like, come on, get some privacy.
Well,
Give these people some privacy.
This one originally had two toilets.
Two toilets.
Two toilets and two sinks. So I made the water closet, obviously.
Yes.
And see what I did here, the pocket door.
Oh, I love
I had the floor from here creep into the water closet. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, why not?
Yeah. No. Kind
It
of gets
just
slow,
makes
and
it
then there's an end.
So much more
But I
interesting.
love the tiling there. I've never seen the tile.
This
like
purple
that.
stuff.
Yeah. And the ceiling in here is super cool.
Yeah.
Speakers. A lot of
Yeah,
speakers.
speakers.
And there's a shower.
There's two.
Shower.
Yes. So it's basically 3 sets of tiles on the walls that were like 12 by 12s. And then I just cut these other colors in, just cut them in. Simple tiles that anyone can buy anywhere.
Yeah.
But that was how I chose
But it
to
all
put
works
them
well, yeah.
together.
And
Yeah.
I hear there's some, like, that your daughters wrote on all the
Oh,
tires.
yes.
I did my homework.
You did. Oh, here we go. To Dylan and Lyris love mommy.
Yes.
Yeah. And here was for the tile guy. Thank you, Rich. It's the element of surprise. And it's putting things into a space that are unexpected.
Yeah.
That's how my mind is always thinking with everything.
Well, every corner here is a new surprise. And different knobs
Yeah.
everywhere.
Doesn't match.
I have them all. I'm remembering them all. I will not forget any of these knobs.
You can see that the door is,
Oh, I didn't even
The way the door
notice
is cut.
this.
Yeah.
Can I close it?
yes, because it's got a magnet there. So it was initially just a straight cut line, but it didn't look good.
No.
It just looked like the doors died.
I would not have been happy if you had a straight line door here.
Yeah, but
I
you
hate
wouldn't have
this.
really thought about it.
Yeah.
It's been there, right?
Well, I didn't even know this was an option to do away with.
Well, yeah.
Now you've just opened it up.
Right. Most of the saddles have a little painting. It might be simple, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just another thing to make unique,
Yeah.
to add an art element to.
Yeah. So this is my bedroom. It's really nice. It's quiet.
Bigger than most apartments.
Yeah, I know, that's right. I know. And I have all kinds of wonderful clothes in my closet. Great
Vintage
shoes.
clothes, I hear.
Yes, mainly vintage. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, I guess, well, I bought this skirt maybe 15 years ago. It's not really vintage, but
Now
I
it's
don't get rid of
vintage.
my clothes.
Yeah.
I just you know, more clothes, right? Because then you have more you can play with.
You've seen 2 bedrooms.
This is my daughter's, it's her space now, and she has all of her vintage stuff in here. One year, actually 2 years in a row, my children's art class came in after school, and I gave them paints and paintbrushes, and they painted on the walls for 2 years. And they were like kindergarten, first grade.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really see it because she's got her thing for taking photographs. But you know, I didn't have a problem. I wasn't concerned or worried about, oh, they're gonna wreck everything if we're doing paints. So let them just, they just have at it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't really care.
No rules and no stress.
Yeah, so another thing about this particular room is that the slop sink, this is made out of all, for the most part, miniature dollhouse dishes. And so it's pots and pans,
Brush my
it's
teeth.
bowls, it's teapots, all kinds of things. So then,
And another unique bathroom.
yes. If you have a theme, it's very hard to change the theme or even just throw a couple of things in. And just
Then you gotta stay on theme.
Yeah, you have to rip the whole thing out of the going anymore. So the only place in my house that is a themed room is this bathroom. And it's basically fish. And so see, these are the shark's teeth on the door. Coming in here.
A fish.
Yeah, and there's a little, probably,
Oh yeah, a little sardine.
yeah, probably sardine. Yeah, so I did fish everywhere. And then here's my backsplash. Blown glass balls, it's votive candle holders. It's, you know, I cut up the tiles, Buddhist prayer stones. It's just whatever I thought I wanted to put up there. So I kept everything very close to the fish,
The fish thing.
aquatic theme.
One thing that's very important in here is that there's an outlet by the toilet, so you can keep your phone charged while you're doing your toilet. When you're on the
About
toilet.
that,
It's
a good
very
job.
important these days.
Yeah,
But I feel like there's in the last house we went to, they had these serving dishes put into the wall. And this, like, I feel like we've got kind of a
Same
theme
kind
going.
of idea.
Yeah, that they're putting these.
Yeah.
That was super cool, like big dishes, like
yeah.
put into the plaster. So we're kind of having a little trend going here.
Yes, and the rounded
Oh,
corners.
this glass, I love this glass.
I know, see, I always wanted a house with glass blocks when I was a kid.
That
Always
was
wanted that.
rich when you were young, you know?
Yes.
Like,
So this is nice because it's rounded
mm-hmm.
here. And this one doesn't have rounded blocks. It's got these, 3 sides, I guess, is what they are. And then see, the windows here, they're like clear stories in a church. So in this child's bedroom, she was like a mad, wild dancer as a child. And so I knew she had to have a stage in her bedroom for her.
Of course.
Yeah. We were the recipients of endless performances on this stage.
Of course.
And the older sister was the director. Young and Dan's older sister was director. And then I spent 2 weeks on the floor of my living room laying out all these fabrics because I had to get them right, looking right, you know. And then of course it's the track that actually is just like a real stage curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a stage, then you're going to perform. You can't perform.
Without a curtain.
Yeah, you can't perform
Right.
without a curtain and without a stage.
So this bedroom was fine for her from the time she was 3 until she graduated from high school, you know. And be surprised thinking of how small the bedroom is, but the stage fits.
Yeah.
It's just, the
No, it's a big
designer
space.
just really was very smart about the way that he, cut it. It wasn't just rounded, popping out. And so that makes a really big difference. There's drawers here.
And
On
built-in
the sides.
storage, yeah.
Yeah, so she could put
Kind of a
clothes there.
matching knobs here.
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of close.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
This one's maybe a little bit smaller, so I won't hold that. I won't dock you for that.
I guess I did make a mistake here and there.
No, they're different. I won't call those the same.
So let me show you each child. I made a mirror for each one of them. And so, of course, each one's not the same. They're a little bit different. And I had the, what's it called, like the silver stuff sandblasted off the back. I made the shape. So this was just glass, right? But it had a texture because it was that sandblasted thing. So I got out my paints, and they're mainly luminous paints, and I had to paint more than one coat because one coat, you isn't enough. So I painted. You can see that some of them, this is left there as a mirror, that's a mirror here. And so then she has a rectangle. The other daughter has a circle cut out that goes all the way through into hers. And so again, the idea of how can I make this personal? So this bathroom began with this yellow, bright yellow, ducky, baby ducky color. The painting in here, as if it is a little duck cracking out of the egg, and it's Easter, okay? So you see, that's what this is. This is the center of the egg. This is the top of the egg, bottom of the egg. And this is where the duck has cracked out. And so the crack goes all the way around the whole bathroom, even across the door, on the inside of the door. The girls call it like this, the egg crack, bunny Easter bathroom, or whatever they call it, you know.
You know, there's never been a better time in history to be a circle mirror. And this is a very nice one. Very nice one.
So that probably was like eBay or Etsy or something like that, you know, because I like plastics
it
too.
goes well. But yeah, no, the floor also.
It's a simple thing. Yes, and like you said, a pattern on the side. This is my older daughter's bed. See, her room is painted, what's a couple colors? This greenish shade, this, I don't know what that is, melon or something, and then cantaloupe, and the blue. And again, you know, digging in to find what was there, these interesting shapes at the corner there next to the window. And now you can see too, these clear story windows. These have more shapes and plastic things we cut out. I don't think the other bedroom has that.
Yeah.
So what we see is that when it's dark at night, turn the hallway lights off and turn the lights on in this bedroom, and the shapes, you can see them on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's really cool looking.
That's fun.
It's very, very cool.
We'll have to come back at night.
Yeah. Then we're almost done. So.
Following the diamonds.
It's following the diamonds. And then on the right is the powder room. The powder room, again, is very simple, but it has all this Venetian plaster on the walls. And different colors were painted and then sanded down, and the colors popped out. And then I found these tiles on the floor. Then we've got this really fun little light with this man here on the umbrella. This is a really cool light too, on the floor.
There's a level in this doorknob. This would bother me because it's never...
Because it's not never level. The level's never level. So here we go.
Back to the foyer.
Yes. And here's
The splatter.
the frame and this screen here. And this is the same color. No, actually this is like a mulberry, right? That's more like a bright orange. And so this is the highest point in the foyer. And so the excitement happens right here when you first walk in. And that was what I was going for, not this over there that
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense over there.
Yeah.
It makes sense, right?
But once I
when you
saw
come in.
that, I knew that it had to be moved over here. And then again, there's this very simple painting on the inside of this door, just 3 shapes. So you can do so many things with just a little bit of paint. That's all you need, a tiny bit of paint.
Just a little paint.
Yeah, and you're done. Yeah, true.
Well, thank you so much
No,
for
yeah.
having us
That's so
in
fun.
your amazing home. Again, if whoever buys this has to keep it exactly
I
as
know,
it is.
they have to make someone a promise.
Yeah,
right? They're
yeah.
gonna do that.
Or don't send pictures if you're doing demolition. It's 8. How much is this for?
875.
875, over 4,000 square feet, 5 bedroom, 5.5 bath,
Let me see, it's 5 bedrooms and 4.5 baths.
4.5 baths. East 76th Street on
Yes.
3rd Avenue.
Yes.
360-degree views of the
360.
city.
Unobstructed.
Unobstructed, Empire State Building view. You can see Central Park-ish. Is that Central Park over there?
Central Park is that way.
Oh wow, I can just see Central
You
Park
can see
right over here.
the trees.
Maybe I'll buy it. Again, thank you so much. Thanks for having us. And would I live here? Yeah, probably. Thank you.